Welcome back to our chemistry tutorial. Now, for today's topic, we are going to talk about the different concentrations of solution. Now, before we go there, let us define or let us differentiate solute from solvent, which makes up our solution. Now, when we say solute, ito yung substance na kung saan mas mababa yung kanyang amount or ito yung substance na natutunaw or tinutunaw. Samantalang pag sinabi naman nating solvent, ito yung substance na kung saan mas mataas ang kanyang amount, it is the one with a greater amount, or siya yung nangtutunaw or the dissolving substance. So the solute is the one with a lesser amount or the one that is being dissolved, whereas our solvent is the one with a greater amount or the one that dissolves. Now, there are three different types of concentration of solution based on the amount of solute. The first one is what we call saturated. When we say saturated, basically, ibig sabihin nito ay natunaw na niya yung maximum amount of solute that it can dissolve. It has achieved the maximum amount of solute that it can dissolve. So for example, you were asked to dissolve 3 tablespoons of sugar sa isang cup ng water. Now, doon sa 3 tablespoons ng sugar, some of them will be dissolved by the water. Yun nga lang kasi, may limit lang kung gaano karami yung kayang i-dissolve ng water. Any more than that, hindi na kayang i-dissolve ng water and it will remain as crystals na magpapalutang-lutang and eventually, it will sink at the bottom of the container. Kasi, hindi na niya kayang i-dissolve pa. Samantalang pag sinabi naman natin na unsaturated, there is still room for more substance to be dissolved. So for example, doon sa isang cup ng water, naglagay ka ng isang pinch ng sugar. So yung isang pinch ng sugar na yun, i-dissolve yun ng water. Yun nga lang kasi, pwede pa siya magtunaw ng iba pa. So that means it has not yet achieved the maximum amount of solute that it can dissolve. Ibig sabihin, kaya pa niyang mag-dissolve ng mas marami pa or mas higit pa. The third one is what we call supersaturated. Now, when we say supersaturated, it is only possible if there is an increase in temperature. So, for example, yung example natin kanina sa saturated, meron kang 3 tablespoon ng sugar na itutunaw sa isang cup ng tubig. Normally, kapag room temperature, hindi kayang tunawin ng water yung 3 tablespoon ng sugar. So, what you are going to do if gusto mong tunawin yung 3 tablespoon ng sugar ay painitin yung ating solution. So, kapag ininit mo siya, mag-increase yung amount ng solute na kayang i-dissolve ng water because the greater the amount of temperature, the more solute that it can dissolve. Yun nga lang kasi kapag nag-cool down na yung ating solution, yung mga na-dissolve na sobra na sugar crystal will start to crystallize in the process that we call crystallization. Kapag nawala na yung heat, yung excess na sugar na natunaw ay babalik uli sa pagiging sugar crystals by the process of crystallization. So those are the 3 different types of concentration of solution based on the amount of solute. Now, meron tayong mathematical expression para maipakita itong mga different concentrations of solution. Now, I think there are around 7. So, we have percent by mass, percent by volume, percent by mass volume. We have molarity, molality, normality, mole fraction, and by the way, we also have our parts per million and parts per billion. So eventually, there are 9. So we're going to focus on only 5. These are your percent by mass, percent by volume, molarity, molality, and mole fraction. Now, for our first topic, it will be about percent by mass. So to better understand this, kailangan natin na isolve itong number 1 question. So, determine the percent by mass of 15 grams of copper in a 250 gram copper tin alloy. Now, in this case, ang hinahanap ay yung percent by mass ng copper. which is our solute. Paano natin nalaman na solute? Because 15 grams lang siya, samantalang yung suma total ng copper tin alloy ay 250 grams. So, ibig sabihin, yung tin, so 250 grams. So, 250 grams minus 15, dahil yun yung sa copper, it is 235. So, ibig sabihin, 235 grams yung ating tin. So, we are asked to determine the percent by mass of the copper. Now, for number 1, this is our formula. So, the percent by mass of the solute is equal to the gram of solute divided by the gram of solution times 100. Since we're speaking of percent, kailangan nating i-times sa 100. By the way, dito sa ating formula, hindi kailangan na grams ang unit. So long as magkapareho sila, for example, kilogram, kilogram, or for example, megagram, megagram, so long as magkapareho sila ng unit, pwede mo nang makompute ang ating percent by mass kasi pareho lang ang lalabas sa sagot. Okay, for number 1. So, for number 1, determine the percent by mass of 15 grams of copper in a 250 gram copper tin solution. Now, our formula calls for the grams of solute divided by the grams of solution. The grams of solute is 15 grams divided by the grams of the solution. Now, in this question, given na ang ating grams ng solution, which is the 250 grams ng copper tin. So, 250 grams. Now, cancel grams and then times 100. So, 15 divided by 250 times 100, it is equal to 6%. So, this will be our answer for number 1. That means there is 6% in the copper tin solution kapag ang ating mass ng solute ay 15 grams at ang total amount ng solution ay 250 grams. Okay, now let's try answering number 2. Now, in number 2, find the percent by mass of 100 grams of iron if it were to be combined with 2 kilograms of cobalt. Now, ang hinahanap natin ay yung percent by mass ng iron. So, in this case, let us write down the mass of iron, which is 100 grams. Next, we're going to divide it with the amount of the solution. Dito sa number 2, ang unit natin doon sa iron ay grams, samantalang yung unit natin doon sa ating solvent ay kilograms. So, in order for us to compute for this, kailangan magkapareho ang unit nila. So, either yung kilogram, gagawin mong grams, or yung grams, gagawin mong kilogram. Now, in this case, para mas madali, gawin na lang natin na grams itong 2 kilograms. So, this is 2 kilograms is equal to 2,000 grams. Yun nga lang kasi itong 2 kilograms na to or 2,000 grams na to ay para sa cobalt lang. Samantalang sa formula natin, kailangan maging solution. So, in order for us to determine the amount of solution is for us to add solute and solvent. Now, this is for the solvent. We have to add the amount of solute, which is 100 grams. And then times 100. So 100 divided by the sum of 2,000 plus 100 and then times 100. So this is equal to 4.76%. That will be our answer for number 2. Now, what is the difference between number 1 and number 2? Now, in question number 1, sinabi niya na yung 250 grams dito ay pinagsama ng tin at copper. So, hindi na natin kailangang i-add yung 15 grams doon sa 250 grams. Samantalang sa number 2, hindi niya sinabi na yung amount na 2 kg ay para sa dalawa na. Ang sinabi niya lang ay 100 grams ang sa iron, which is our solute, at isinalo siya sa 2 kg ng cobalt, which is our solvent. Hindi niya sinabi na yung 2 kg na to ay pinaghalo ng iron at cobalt. So that means, for us to determine the amount of solute, kailangan nating ipag-add yung solute tapos yung solvent. So that's why we had to add dito. Okay? Next, last one, number 3. Determine the percent by volume of alcohol if 100 ml of 75% alcohol solution were to be mixed with 0.75 liters of water. Now, number 1 and number 2 was about percent by mass. Number 3 is about percent by volume. However, kung titingnan natin yung ating formula, napalitan lang yung ating unit. So from grams naging ml. Pero kagaya ng sinabi ko kanina, in this case, hindi kailangang maging ml ang ating unit. Pwede siyang maging liter, pwede siyang maging cubic centimeter, so long as magkapareho sila ng unit. So in this case, so number 3, same lang siya sa percent by mass na formula. So determine the 15% volume of alcohol if 100 ml of 70% alcohol solution were to be mixed with 0.75 liters of water. Una, alamin muna natin yung amount ng alcohol. So in this case, amount of alcohol, sinabi niya dito na meron tayong 70% alcohol solution and it has a volume of 100 ml. So dito, kailangan muna nating alamin kung ilan yung amount ng alcohol dito sa question na to. So, in order for us to determine, kunin natin yung 70% ng 100 ml, so that is 70 ml. Next naman, alamin natin kung ano ang magiging percent by volume ngayon ng alcohol. Now, percent by volume is equal to the ml of the solute divided by the ml of the solution times 100. So, in this case, so 70 ml divided by, ngayon naman, pagsasamahin natin yung total amount ng ating water. And, pagsasamahin natin yung total amount ng water na idadagdag doon sa original amount or original volume ng ating alcohol solution. So, in this case, 100 ml plus, we have 0.75 liter. We have to convert this to ml para maging magkakapareho yung unit nila in order for us to cancel. Now, 0.75 liter converted to milliliter, so times 1,000, so this will become 750 ml. And then times 100. Okay, so 70 divided by 850 ml times 100. So this is equal to 8.24%. Okay, so that is percent by mass and percent by volume. Okay, next topic will be about molarity and molality. First off, let us know the difference between molarity and molality. So, molarity and then molality. Now, itong mga concentrations of solution, lahat sila importante for the colligative properties of solution. Ito yung vapor pressure lowering, nandito yung freezing point depression, your boiling point elevation. So for example kasi sa water, the boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. That is for pure water. Yun nga lang, paano kapag nagdagdag ka ng other substances doon sa water? What will happen is, nakapag-form ka ng solution at yung boiling point ng water na originally is at 100 degrees Celsius, mas tataas siya. So that means, magkakaroon ng boiling point elevation. At ang freezing point ng water, which is 0 degrees Celsius, ay magiging mas mababa pa because of the interaction of the water molecules to the solute that has been dissolved. Now, for molarity at molality, ilan lang yan sa mga kailangan natin for concentrations of solution. For molarity, it is also important for dilution of concentration, dilution of solution. For molality, kailangan siya sa freezing point depression at boiling point elevation. Now, the first thing that you can notice in this case, ang kanyang main difference is that molarity is R, molality is L. The symbol for molality is capital letter M, and when this is expounded, this is mole over liter. Samantalang dito sa molality, ang kanyang symbol ay small letter m, and this is also the same as mole over kilogram. So, I think you can see the difference. Molarity is about the volume, while molality is about the amount of mass. Now, further expanded, molality is mole over liter. It is also the same as mole of solute over the liter of solution. Whereas for molality, yung mole over kilogram is mole of solute over kilogram of solvent lang. Hindi kasama si solute. Okay? So let's answer number 1. Find the molar concentration. This can be read as molar concentration, or find the molarity of a solution containing 3 grams of sodium chloride in 100 ml of sodium chloride solution. Now, para mas madali tayo makapag-compute, gamitin natin yung ating symbol for molarity. Now, the symbol for molarity, or the unit, for molarity is mole of solute over liter of solution. Now, para mas madali, unahin muna natin yung ating numerator, which is about mole of solute. Now, in order for us to find the mole of solute, kailangan natin ang ating mga triangle. Now, these are the important notes. Ito yung mga dapat alam nyo na noon pa. Now, sa triangle, we have mole, weight in grams, and then molecular weight. Now, since hinanap natin yung mole ng solute, we have to make use of weight in grams divided by the molecular weight. The molecular weight can be found in the periodic table of elements. So the weight in grams of the solute is, in number 1, 3 grams. Next, we have to divide it by its molecular weight. So ano bang molecular weight ni Na? NaClO2 or sodium chloride. So si Na, isa lang siya, times 23, it is equal to 23. Next, chlorine, isa, times 35, it is equal to 35. Next, we have oxygen, 2 times 16, it is equal to 32. So, kukunin natin yung sum. So, 23 plus 35 plus 32 is 90. So, the molecular weight of sodium chloride is 90 grams per mole. Now, for the sake of discussion, I am making use of I am making use of whole numbers, whereas in your activity sheets, ang nakalagay doon ay 2 decimal places. So, for the sake of discussion, dahil wala akong periodic table at ito yung na-memorize ko or naalala ko, I am going to make use of whole numbers. So, 3 divided by 90, this equal to 0.0333, and then cancel grams, so the final unit will become mole. Now, pagdating naman sa mole, nakaugalian ko na, in all of my years of teaching chemistry, nakaugalian ko na gumamit ng 4 decimal places in order for us to have the most accurate value na makakompute. Kasi kapag 2 decimal places lang or 3, kapag i-convert mo siya back into grams, magkakaroon ng differences. Medyo malaki yung differences. And that, according to the law of conservation of matter, matter can neither be created nor destroyed. So, ibig sabihin, dapat walang dadagdag or walang mababawas doon sa amount. So, now we have computed for the mole of the solute. Tapos na tayo sa ating numerator. Next naman ay yung ating denominator. Now, ang given na volume dito sa number 1 ay 100 ml. Samantala, ang unit dapat natin dito sa number 1 ay liter. So, we have to convert ml to liter. So, in order to do that, so 100 ml, how many ml are there in 1 liter? It is equal to 1,000. Since ml yung nandito, dapat ml din yung nasa denominator para makancel. Now, in 1 liter, there are 1,000 milliliter. So, cancel ml. This will now be equal to 0.1 liter. What's next for us to do is for us to divide our mole of solute to the liters of the solution. So 0.0333 divided by 0.1. Our molar concentration, I mean, is 0.33 mole of solute over liter of solution, or it can be written as capital letter M, or it can be written as molar concentration. So that is how we answer question number 1. We will make use of the unit of molarity. So, yung mole of solute over liter of solution ang gagamitin natin na basis. Unahin muna natin hanapin yung nasa numerator. Kapag nakuha na natin yung mole of solute, saka tayo magpo-proceed sa denominator. Pag nakuha na natin yung numerator tapos yung denominator, i-divide na lang natin to get our molar concentration. Okay, next, number 2. How much in ml of water is needed to prepare 0.15 molar concentration of calcium carbonate solution with 18 grams of calcium carbonate? Now, in this case naman, hinahanap naman natin yung liters or yung volume, yung volume ng ating solution. Now, we can make use of this triangle sa molarity. So, sa triangle actually, ito yung ating molarity, ito yung mole of solute, ito yung liter ng solution. Now, in this case, ang given ay yung ating mole ng solute, kasi pwede naman natin i-compute, yung mole ng solute, tapos given ang ating molar concentration. So, since nawawala yung liter, since ang nawawala ay yung volume, takpan yung liter, so the formula will become mole of solute divided by the molarity. So, number 2 is sulat ang mole of solute divided by the molarity. Now, molarity can be written as mole over liter. Okay. So, dating unahin muna nating hanapin ang ating numerator, which is the mole of the solute. So, in order for us to compute for the mole of the solute, nandito ulit sa ating important note. So, takpan ng mole, it is equal to weight over molecular weight. So, the weight of the solute is 18 grams divided by its molecular weight. So, sa calcium, isa times 40. So, this is equal to 40. For carbon, isa times 12. It is equal to 12. For oxygen, it is 3 times 16. So, this is equal to 48. So, 40 plus 12 plus 48, it is equal to 100. So, our molecular weight for calcium carbonate is 100 grams per mole. So, what's next is for you to divide. So, 18 grams divided by 100. This is equal to 0.18 mole. Kasi makakancel yung grams. So, nakuha na natin ngayon yung ating numerator, which is the mole of solute. And it is at 0.18 mole. Next naman, hanapin natin yung ating molar concentration or molarity. Now, the molarity is equal to 0.15 molar concentration. So, 0.15 15. Now, capital letter M can be written as small over liter. So, makakancel ngayon yung mole, ang may iwan ay liter. So, 0.18 divided by 0.15 is equal to 1.2 liters. So, this is our volume. We need 1.2 liters in order to create 0.15 molar concentration of calcium carbonate with 18 grams of calcium carbonate. Yun nga lang kasi, ang hinahanap dito sa question ay milliliter. So, we have to convert this to milliliter. Now, in 1 liter, there are 1,000 milliliter. Since liter yun nandito sa baba, our denominator should be our liter should be our denominator. At sa isang liter, ito ay equivalent ng 1,000 milliliter. So, cancel liter. So, 1.2 times 1,000 is equal to 1,200 milliliter. So, this is our final answer for number 2. Sa number 2 kasi, how much in ml, ang hinahanap natin ay volume. Dito sa ating triangle, sa molarity, nawawala ang volume. So, our formula will become mole of solute divided by the molarity. So, ito ang nangyari. So, mole of solute divided by the molarity, or it can be written as mole per liter. So, kagaya ng ginawa natin kanina, inunan natin muna ang ating numerator, which is the mole of solute. For us to get the mole of solute, takpan yung mole, it is equal to weight over molecular weight. So, 18 grams, yung weight na given, divided by the molecular weight of calcium carbonate, ito yon kinumpute natin. So, we were able to get 0.18 mole of solute. Tapos na tayo, nakuha na natin yung mole of solute. Ngayon naman, sa baba, kailangan natin kunin ang ating molar concentration. Given siya, ito, 0.15. So, 0.15, and then, para mas madali natin i-compute, yung molar concentration na capital letter M, isulat natin as mole per liter. Pareho lang sila. So, makakansal yung mole, may iwan ay liter. So, 0.18 divided by 0.15 is equal to 1.2 liters. Yun nga lang kasi, tama na yung sagot natin, yun nga lang kasi, ang hinahanap ay ml. So, therefore, we have to convert liter to ml. So, 1.2 liters times 1,000, it will become 1,200 milliliters. So that is how we got our answer in number 2. Next, let us have number 3. Find small letter m, so that is molal concentration or molality of a solution that weighs 120 grams if the solute is 10 grams of sulfuric acid. So, yung solution daw natin, ang total niya ay 120 grams. Yung solute natin ay 10 grams ng sulfuric acid. The rest is supposed to be water. Kasi sabi niya solution, and it was not written here what our solvent is. So, we are going to assume that the solvent is water. So, number 3. Now, small letter m or molality can be written as mole of solute divided by the kilogram of solvent only. So, ibig sabihin, kapag ang given ay solution, kailangan natin i-subtract yung solute para makuha natin yung weight ng solvent. So, kagaya ng number 1 and number 2, hatiin natin sa dalawang part. So, una, the numerator muna. We have to find first our numerator. So, numerator is mole of solute. In number 3, ang ating solute ay H2SO4. At ang weight niya ay 10 grams. So, 10 grams divided by the molecular weight of H2SO4. So, this is 1 times 2, kaya 2. This is 1 times 32, kaya 32. This is 4 times 16, kaya 64. So, all in all, our molecular weight is 98. 98 grams per mole. So, cancel grams. So, 10 grams divided by 98 is equal to 0.1 1020. Ngayon nakuha na natin yung ating mole ng solute. Ngayon naman, kailangan natin hanapin yung kilogram ng solvent. Now, in order for us to determine the kilogram of the solvent, ang nakalagay kasi dito, itong 120 ay solution. Itong 10 gram ay sa solute. So, kailangan nating ipaghiwalay yung solute doon sa solution para makuha natin yung solvent. So, that means 120 grams minus 10 grams, it is equal to 110 grams. So, ibig sabihin, dito sa 120 grams na solution, since ang solute natin ay 10 grams, so 120 minus 10, solution minus solute, it is equal to the solvent, which is now 110 grams. Yun nga lang kasi, our unit here for molality is in kilograms dapat. And this is in grams. So, in 1 kilogram, there are 1,000 grams. So, cancel grams. So, this will be equal to 0.11 kilogram. Now, nakuha na natin yung ating mole ng solute. Nakuha na din natin ang ating kilogram ng solvent. What's left for us to do is for us to divide it. So, 0.1020 divided by 0.11, it is equal to 0.93 mole over kilogram, or small letter m, or molal concentration. Okay, now in number 3 kasi dito, find the molal concentration of a solution that weighs 120 grams. So, yung ating solution daw ay 120 grams at ang solute natin ay 10 grams. Now, since molal concentration ang hinahanap, molality, kunin natin yung kanyang unit, which is mole over kilogram, which is also mole of solute divided by the kilogram of the solvent. So, para mas madali, unahin muna natin, i-divide natin sa dalawang part. Ang una ay numerator, hanapin ang numerator. Pangalawa, hanapin ang denominator. So, unahin natin yung numerator. Ang given na ating solute ay 10 grams of sulfuric acid. So, 10 grams divided by the molecular weight of sulfuric acid, which is 98 grams per mole, it will be equal to 0.1020 mole. Ito na yun yung sa solute ngayon, mole ng solute. Tapos na tayo sa numerator. Next naman ay yung kilogram ng solvent. Dito sa 120 grams kasi, solution uli siya. So, ibig sabihin, pinagsamang solute at solvent. So, para makuha natin yung solvent, kasi solvent lang yung hinahanap natin, kailangan natin isubtract yung solute doon sa solution. So, ito yung solution minus our solute, which is 10 grams. Ang solvent natin ngayon ay 110 grams. Yun nga lang kasi naka-gram siya. So, we have to convert it to kilogram kasi ang nasa unit natin ay kilogram. Remember na ang unit ang magdadirect sa'yo kung paano magproceed sa computation. Okay. So, converted to kilogram, over 110 grams will become 0.11 kilogram. Nakuha mo na yung mole ng solute, nakuha mo na yung kilogram ng solvent. So, i-divide mo na lang. So, this, our mole of solute divided by our kilogram of solvent, makukuha natin ay 0.93 mole over kilogram, or small letter m, or molal concentration. Okay, number 4. Now, number 4 naman, we're going to determine the weight of magnesium chloride na kailangan to make 1.15 molal solution with 150 ml water. Now, dito naman, ang hinahanap natin ay weight ng magnesium chloride. At since ang nakalagay dito ay small letter m, ang gagamitin nating formula ay for molality, which is this one. So, dito, determine the weight of magnesium chloride needed to make 115 molar concentration solution. So, given ang ating molar concentration, tapos, ang hinahanap natin ay yung weight ng magnesium chloride. Yun nga lang kasi, walang weight dito. But using the mole, we can actually compute for the weight. So, takpan ang mole ng solute. So that means in order for us to determine the mole of solute, it is molality times a kilogram of the solvent. Okay, so mole of solute is equal to the molar concentration times kilogram ng solvent. So, i-divide natin to uli sa dalawa. The first thing is, we are going to get our mole of solute. This is the molality. So, our molality is equal to, nandito, 1.15 molar concentration. So, 1.15. We're going to make use of mole over kilogram para mas madali. And then we're going to multiply it with the kilogram of the solvent. Yun nga lang kasi, ang nakalagay dito ay 150 ml ng water. Wala siyang binigay na weight. Yun nga lang kasi, we know that the density of water is 1 gram per ml. So, kailangan muna natin makuha yung kilogram ng solvent. So, we were given 150 ml. And using this formula, density, mass, volume, makukuha natin ang mass if we're going to multiply density with the volume. The density is... Our volume is 150 ml. Takpan yung mass. Our volume is 150 ml. The density of water is 1 grams per ml. 1 gram per ml, not grams. So, 150 ml times 1 gram per ml. So, dapat magkapareho ang unit dito. Now, just in case na magkaiba, kailangan mong i-convert yung isa sa kanila para maging magkapareho ang kanilang unit. Now, in this case, cancel ml, you will be left with grams. So, 150 times 1 is equal to 150 grams. Okay. So, next. Yun nga lang kasi, ang nakuha natin dito ay grams. We have to convert that into kilogram. So, in 1 kilogram, there are 1,000 grams. So, cancel. So, this will become 0.15 kilogram. So, nakuha na natin ngayon yung ating kilogram ng solvent, which is 0.15 kilogram. So, molality times our so number 4, ito, molality times our kilogram ng solvent, we will be able to determine our mole of solute. So the kilogram of solvent is 0.15 kilograms. So cancel kilogram, you will be left with mole. So 1.15 times 0.15, it is equal to 0.1725 mole. So that means, yung na-compute natin dito, ito yung mole ng ating solute. Yun nga lang kasi, ang hinahanap natin ay weight in weight ng ating magnesium chloride. So in order for us to determine the weight, it is mole times molecular weight. So the mole is given, na-compute natin, so 0.1725 yung ating mole, yung molecular weight naman, pwede natin i-compute. So dito, sa number 4, magnesium ay isa, times 24, kaya 24. Ang chlorine natin ay 2 times 35, kaya 70. So all in all, the molecular weight of magnesium chloride is 94 grams per mole. So, times 94 grams per mole. Cancel mole. So this will be equal to 16.22 grams. Okay, so that is how we computed number 4. Now, in number 4 kasi, sabi niya, determine the weight of magnesium chloride needed to make 1.15 molar concentration solution with 150 ml water. Now, in this case, ang hinahanap natin ay weight. So, dito sa triangle, sa molality, pwede mo mahanap ang weight by looking for the mole. So, ang maging formula natin ay molar concentration times the kilogram of the solvent. So, the molar concentration is 1.15 mole per kilogram. Samantalang dito naman sa ating solvent, ang given ay ml. So, we can actually solve for the weight of the substance kapag ang given ay liter tapos alam natin ang density. So, since ang hinahanap natin ay mass, dito, yung ml gagawin natin mass. So, magiging density times volume. The volume is 150 ml. Tapos, imumultiply natin siya sa kanyang density. The density of water is 1 gram per ml. So, since magkapareho naman ang unit ng ating volume, ml dito, tapos ml dito, pwede na tayong mag-proceed. So, 150 times 1, it will become 150. Cancel yung ml, so ang may iwan na unit ay grams, so our unit here will be grams. So that means, in 150 ml of water, it has a mass of 150 grams. Yun nga lang kasi sa unit natin dito, sa ating molar concentration, ay dapat kilograms. So, kinonvert natin from grams to kilogram by dividing it by 1,000. So, 150 divided by 1,000 is 0.15 kilogram. So, nakuha mo na ngayon yung ating mass in kilograms ng ating solvent. Meron na tayong molar concentration. So that means, pwede natin i-compute ang ating mole of solute. So molar concentration times kilogram of solvent. So this is the molar concentration given. This is our kilogram of the solvent computed. So ita times natin, makakancel yung kilogram, may iiwan ay mole. So, ang lalabas ay 0.1725 mole. Yun nga lang kasi ang hinahanap natin ay weight. We can actually compute for the weight if alam natin yung mole at alam natin ang ating molecular weight. So, pag nawawala ang weight in grams, it is mole times molecular weight. So, the mole is computed, 0.1725. Yung molecular weight naman ay isa magnesium times 24. Atomic weight niya, it will be equal to 24. Tapos, yung chlorine naman, dalawa times 35 magiging 70. So, pag pinag-add, magiging 94. So, ang ating molecular weight times the mole, we will be able to get our mass or the weight in grams of magnesium chloride needed. So, that is how we computed number 4. Now, our next part of the video will be about mole fraction and how we convert mole fraction to molality, mole fraction to molarity, or and or vice versa.